It's Monday Museum Break, here at the Museum of the West Texas Frontier. The museum takes pride in celebrating the history, culture, and heritage of the Stanford area. We would be amiss if we did not recognize the first peoples in this area, mainly the Comanche Indians. The Comanches were once part of the Shoshone Indians that lived in what is present-day Wyoming. They were hunters and gatherers like many other Indian tribes in North America. But with the arrival of the Spanish in the early 1500s, the horse was introduced to North America. Many tribes domesticated the wild mustangs that roamed the prairie. These mustangs were descendants of Spanish horses that evaded their owners and conjugated into vast herds on the prairie. But of all the tribes that began to use the horse in their everyday lives, none were as successful as the Comanche. With this new technology, they were able to make a name for themselves as mounted warriors. In fact, Colonel Richard Dodge believed the Comanche to be the finest light cavalry in the world, superior to any mounted soldiers in Europe or America. Not only did the Comanches use the horse for transportation, but also as currency, some chiefs having as many as 1,500 horses in their remuda to show their wealth. Comanches also were one of the few tribes that did selective breeding to produce even better bloodlines. Mounted Comanches were the terror of the Great Plains to both Indian tribes and settlers. A Comanche warrior could shoot 20 arrows in the time it took a settler to load and shoot a musket. A Comanche warrior could also ride at full gallop, hanging on the side of the horse, using him as a shield against attacking enemies. No one could outride or outmaneuver the Comanche when he was mounted. The Comanches could raid a settlement or Indian village, steal their horses, and be miles away in only a matter of hours. The last great Comanche chief, Quanah Parker, actually roamed this area and was chased through this land while battling the U.S. cavalry led by Ranald Mackenzie. This led to the Comanches being pushed off their land and onto a reservation in Oklahoma in 1875. Consequently, this led to the beginning of the end of the West Texas frontier. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next Monday for another museum break.